Hello guys, and welcome back to our tutorials. In the last video I have given you an introduction about what we are going to cover in this tutorial series, and today I thought that it is important to start with some very important concept related to C++ and file handling. Let's start with input-output stream and file stream. I think that all of you are aware of the input-output stream standard library, which provide us with cin and cout method. They are using for reading and writing from standard input and output. We are using the cin function to read data and store it in our variables, and we are using the cout function to write something back to the screen. If we want to handle with files, if we want to make read and write to a file, it requires another C++ standard library. We have three main libraries. They are OFStream, IFStream, and FStream. OFStream is the standard library that represents the output file stream, and it is used to create files and to write information to files. Whereas the IFStream, which is shortcut for input file stream, this is used for represent the input file stream and used to read information from files. These two libraries are combined into the FStream. This data represents the file stream generally and has the capabilities of both reading and writing operations. We can create a file, we can read a file and write to a file using this FStream. After that, let's discuss the file operations. Before accessing a file, we should open the file, and after that we can make read and write operations, and finally we should close our file. These three steps you should all be aware of, and we should use it step by step. Open a file, read and write, then close. Let's start with the first step, which is opening a file. Any file that we want to access must be opened first. So in C++, the syntax for opening a file is to use the function open, which can be found in the FStream, IFStream, and OFStream. This open function, it has two parameters. The mandatory one is the file name. We should give it the file name that we want to access. Whereas the open mode, it is optional in some libraries, and we'll see that in our examples. Then this open mode, it should be given one of these parameters. We have, for example, iOS, then resolution scope n. This n is used for opening a file for reading mode only. If we specify n here, then the file that we are going to handle with will be only for reading purpose. The second one is if we supply it with out. This out is used for writing to a file. If you want to write to a file, then we can use iOS resolution scope then out. The third one is trunc. It is for truncate. This, if the file already exists, its content will be truncated before opening the file. So whatever we have in that file will be truncated. And the last one is append. Append mode, all the outputs to the file will be appended at the end of the file. If we have some content in this file, then the new content will be added or appended at the end of the file. And we have to make sure about these modes that we have. For example, in the in mode, if the file doesn't exist, then we may have some error. So we should make some handling exceptions in there. Then if we are opening a file for out mode, if the file doesn't exist, then a new file will be created. There is no problem in that. But we have to be aware when opening a file for read mode that the file must be already exist before we start reading it. These are the modes that we may have in our programs. And of course we can make ORing between this modes. For example, if we want to combine two or more modes, we can use this OR operation. For example, if we have here, if we declare an object from OFStream, then we can use this object to open a file called file.dat. This is our first parameter, which is the file name that we want to open. And as you see, we are using OFStream, which is for writing purpose. And the second parameter will be opening the file in output mode and truncate mode. In this case, to open a file in write mode, and we want to truncate it in case it already exists, we can use similar way for opening the file for reading and writing purpose. Here we are declaring an object from FStream which contains both OFStream and input file stream, as you know, and we are opening this file for output and input mode. We can do both operations in the same file using this FStream. That was the first operation that we are going to handle, and the second one is how to write to a file. We can write information to a file from our program using the stream insertion operator, just as we use it to output some information to a screen. We were using cout to display data into the screen. Here when we are handling with OFStream or FStream object, we can use the same insertion operator. And the third one is about reading from a file. In the same way, we can use this, which is called extraction operator, to read some information from the file and store it in our variables that we have in the program. The only difference here that we use ifstream or FStream object instead of cn object. The fourth operation is about closing a file. When a C++ program terminates, it automatically closes and flushes all the streams. Whatever data being used in this program will be terminated or erased. But it is always a good practice for us as a programmer to make a close manually. This close function, it is used in FStream, ifstream, and FStream. We just simply mention this object that we declare, then dot close. So after discussing this basic concept, I'd like to make a simple program to implement this read and write operations. I will explain this program line by line on my next video. Hope that you understand the important concept that I told you in this lecture, and see you next time. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.